When I was younger, about 10 or 11, my family and I went on this mini hike. We all piled into our car and we went down to Point Perrin to walk the nature trail there. It's the middle of summer, so we're all decked out in shorts and sneakers and we're ready for a day in the sun. The trail was beautiful, a nice walk along the roaring beach below. There were birds and there were plants, and eventually we were getting to the end of the trail. But there was this steep hill, so the path curved back and forth and back and forth, so the path wasn't too steep. Now I'm the youngest of the family, so I was the cheekiest one out of all of us. I like to poke fun and play pranks on my brothers. So we're walking along, and suddenly I get this idea to scare my brother. I run ahead of everyone else, turn the corner, and kneel down behind this big rock that's twice the size of me. And there I wait. Okay, Steve, I say to myself, they're gonna come around the corner, you're gonna jump out, you're gonna scare them, and it's gonna be hilarious. Tension's building. I can hear them coming. 3, 2, 1. I leapt from my spot and I screamed as loud as I could. Of course, they screamed just as loud. But when I burst into laughter, they were still in shock. So I said to them, "What's the problem?" They just pointed to my leg. So I looked down and all I could see was blood. Turns out I'd knelt down on a shard of glass and it punctured my right knee, and the blood had dripped down while I was waiting for my family. Sometimes what affects you most is the things you don't even notice. But also, this shows that sometimes what goes around comes back around, sometimes faster than you think. It was that moment that everything came crashing in. I couldn't walk, I couldn't breathe, I collapsed on the ground. My oldest brother picked me up and he took me to the car. Luckily, my mum used to be a nurse, so she always kept a first aid kit in the car. She patched me up like it was nothing, and we drove home sore and wounded, but happy things worked out. It was that day I realised that playing pranks was really kind of mean, and that meanness was going to come back and hurt me one way or another. From that day, I promised not to be mean, and only ever be a positive influence on the people around me. It's not always easy, and it's not always tough, but love always wins in the end. Above all, love one another.